Hey guys, Jason here again. So the plan for this time in the Pajero is I want to try and finish up around this back end, make the brackets to hold the arch trim. We need to finish off this end here, finish off here, finish off the other side, and then try and seal it all up. And also need to get the seat back in that we did last time, and basically drill the holes and weld either some nuts on or put some nuts on. Probably gonna weld them on. And yeah, so we've got a good bit of work planned. Hopefully we don't have any more obstacles in the way like we did last time, and we can get some jobs done. So we'll start off where we finished last time and try and get this sill panel finished. I'm not feeling overly great today, so we'll see how we get on. But now I have this sorted in. I want to chop out this bit here, and once we get this out we can start basically reassembling this all. And I do need to cut this down too. I may actually cut that down first before we even do anything. Yeah, so I want to try and get the arch trim on so I can see how well this all lines up, because I can adjust this line a wee bit. I think it does have to sit about there. I might even just put a stitch on that now. So it turns out, if you ever welded this before, probably didn't take this off, and it's kind of like got grinding marks and pretty much got welding splatter over it, so we're going to have to do adjustment on that anyway. I think that's going to be okay. Right, I'm going to go over this and get this kind of welded in now, and then we'll start doing this top bit. I'll just get this seam welded in and this bit here, so we've got a bit of strength. So I spent a bit more time in this here, and I've got this repaired now. I pretty much got this shape by just putting a bit of pipe in here. It was the easiest way to get that curve in one piece, so it seems to work quite well. I'm going to put a schema filler over that there because you'll be able to see some of it. I don't really want to see where the weld joints are and everything. And then I came and cleaned this up a bit just so the panel sits a bit closer to the body. Only around here mainly because here is going to be hidden, and I just want to leave as much material as possible. And then came in here and just finished this area up. So we have a pretty solid sill now. Or not sill, but an inner arch. Obviously we did this previous time, but I just had a few areas to finish. I got this cap welded around here as well, so our sill is pretty much completely enclosed now. So next up, I've made this wee, it's cool, it's still pretty hot, but you can see this is just a wee L bracket, and pretty much I have this in the shed. I've been hoarding for ages, so I just cut the top of it off and basically drilled a hole in it and welded an M6 nut on it. So the idea for this here is I'm going to put this on line there, and then it's going to catch pretty much one of these bolt holes. So the first one I'm going to do is this one, just to see if this is going to be long enough. I haven't even mocked it up yet. Hopefully it works, and that will basically give us a way to actually mount our panel on here without just sitting on these in two and then falling out all the time. So that's what I'm going to work on now, and I'm going to get it welded in, then I'll bring it back and show you what it looks like. Okay, so I have this mounted now. I have a bolt in down here, I have a bolt in this side, and then we have our 2 location tabs at the top. I then went in the inside here, and you can see where it's here, and I put a wee weld along there. I will brace this as well, but this is just to get that on. So you can see that has added so much strength to that. This side here, see where it kind of dips in there. I have that in there so that when I'm making these ones, I can space them out a wee bit and get that sitting to where it's meant to be sitting. But pretty much that is how I'm going to mount this here. I now have to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 6. So I need to make all 11 of these here, so I have enough to do both sides. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm just going to keep on blasting away at them. They're not really interesting to show you there. Once you've seen one of them, you've seen them all. But if anything interesting comes up, I will come back and show you. Well, we now have this side complete now as well. It's all mounted. That's pretty good. You can see the brackets. This one here, I'm gonna take this off again and weld this not properly. It's just tack weld on both sides there. Around this side here, I just drilled and tapped back into the original lip because we still have it here. And yeah, that's pretty good. So I'm now gonna take these off again. Now I have these brackets all made, make sure they're all welded on real good. And then I'm gonna start priming it up. And then I need to put a filler on this side. I didn't have to weld this side this time. And yeah, we can continue on. So how do we look at this filling neck then? And if you look inside, you can see there's 2 holes. So I put a patch on the outside here and put a new one of these on. This will do until I can get a replacement one, or get a new one made up. I might make a new one out of stainless, but I don't know. This is it for now anyway. So I'm going to slap some chemical metal around this as well, just to extend its life a wee bit, and then we can give it a coat of black paint and throw it back in again. Okay, so it's the next day now then, and don't know if you can tell, but I'm feeling very lethargic. I'm so tired and I feel so ill. But we're going to crack on and get some more done. You can see now this is what this looks like with the arch trim off. So this is these tabs that I've been making, and they're quite long, and you can almost make a song out of them. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, so I've got this all seam sealed up now, and we've done the other side as well. I did find another patch on the chassis last night here that I prepared, so I've already done that. And then on this other side then, you can see I have all these tabs on. This is all seam sealed up as well. And then we've finished this pocket as well. So we're almost done with the welding at the back now. I think, hopefully, I just need to do that one bit on the other sill, inner sill. And then we can start, well, not start, but continue on with the removing of the old wax oil in the underside, and then getting it ready for the rust prevention. And then we can hopefully get it primed and stone chipped this weekend. And that would make a big deal to basically the whole back quarter of this car will be finished then, and that'd be absolutely lovely. I have this filled, and I've actually ground it back a wee bit in a few places here where it was a bit high, so I'm gonna put a nice skim filler on that there. Same with here, I put filler on here, but I didn't have this welded yet on this side, so that's why it's already got filler now. But yes, we're getting there. This here is just me cleaning the seam sealer off my fingers, just putting them on there just for, may as well put it somewhere. But yeah, we're getting there. I'm not far off having the back end done. Also think that I'm gonna have to go and change the screen protector on my camera lens, because it has so much grinding splatter on it that I can actually see it in the wee screen. Okay, I'm gonna do that. So this is the inner sill on the driver's side. I have the area cut out now. You can see there used to be a grommet here that I didn't take out to the last minute, and you can see it's kind of rusted away there, so we're going to have to sort that afterwards. But I now have this patch made, so that's going to slide in there like so. Going to give it a wee tap on hammer to slide in a wee bit further, and we'll get her welded in. Ow. For all the size of this small repair, this has taken quite a long time, mainly because I've had to lay it down like this. I could get this actually done up quite a good bit higher, but you know, I like to make things hard for myself apparently. But anyway, yes, we have it all patched up now. As I say, if you want to lift, this would take 20 minutes. I took a bit longer than that there, but we've patched it up now. I ended up just cutting that out and putting the wee pads there as well. So I think I can successfully say for now that I've finished welding the back end. So woo. So yeah, I'm gonna just fondle underneath here, clean up as much as I can. I have done quite a good bit under here. You can see I've cleaned it all back. It is rusty, like I know, but I have stabbed lots of areas with a screwdriver and it has been okay. Then fuel lines are leaking over there, so I do need to change the fuel lines. I'm only gonna do to this channel here, so that's half the car, and then we'll do the other half when we start the front end. Up there it's gonna be quite hard to get that, so I'm just gonna chip off the loose bits. Yeah, let's do this. Right, so first of all, I did change the lens on the camera there, so we can now see clearly again. I then applied this rust converter, Rustins, to the underside, and it says a minimum of 3 hours and top coat on the same day. So I've got a bit of time to blow until that cures. I'll show you what it looks like. Let's see. So you can see it's all starting to turn black already. There's a few areas I might have missed, but it's going to take the worst of it off. I did go back quite a bit here. You can see here I do need to fix this. This has a crack in it down to here. I don't know what happened there. Someone's had a hard time in a previous life. Yeah, but so I've got a few hours to kill until that cures. So what I'm thinking I might do now is have a quick look at these brakes, because they appear to be seized absolutely solid on the rear. So I think I'll start on this driver's side rear first then, and we can get it to move a tiny bit. It is in neutral and the handbrake's off. So there's 2 holes here that you can put a bolt into, so I'm going to get a couple bolts and we'll see if we can get it to come off. Right. Is it then? Hopefully it's not too horrific in here. I also think I might have to take the adjuster out a wee bit, but we'll see. Oh, there we go. Hope we took the wheel nuts off. Why are you sticking so hard? So I imagine maybe just from sitting these arms. Well, that one's free. What's that one? That one is... Oh, so that's the thing that all that does is put pressure on the wee roller thing that you tension for the handbrake. There's a good load of meat in the pads, and the drum isn't bad at all. I don't know if you can see in the drum there, but it's nice and pretty smooth. There's a wee bit of build up there we can probably clean off. A wee bit of backlash in the diff, but that's kind of normal, isn't it? That one moves freely as well for the handbrake. Okay, so I just cleaned all the grimy stuff off the inside of that. I think I'll clean this up. So there's like a wee almost like protective thing there, but it's all rotten out. The water can't get in, so I think we'll just trim that back so it's not all scaggy looking. Well, now we've checked that all the ease move and the handbrake works and everything, I now have a bit of metal pushing on the brake pedal, and I can see here that this piston and this cylinder isn't doing anything. I don't know if this is either. No, they're both not doing anything. And if you take the boot back, it does look quite rusty around the inside there. So we're going to have to strip this off and have a look at the cylinder and see what's going on. So I just want to sort of see how bad these cylinders are, if they're savable. It might be just the ends or just got crusty or something on them. Right. Could probably do with new hardware as well, judging by how rusty these ones are, but we'll clean them up and see how they look. May involve a lot more than I thought. I think the worst thing about doing brakes is trying to remember how to put them back together again once you take them apart. There's the handbrake out. Hopefully in one piece. There you go. And we can just set that in the corner. I've got a bit more access to work on this here, and I can also give it a real good clean and get some brake cleaner and give it a real good degreasing right here. There we go. There we go, yeah boy. Okay. I'm just gonna keep on cleaning these up now. I'm gonna give it a scotch brite around that there. There's no actual rust on the ends. I think it made, apart from there, I think it just been maybe just from sitting. So I'm gonna try cleaning these up now anyway, because, well, it's worth a try. And then we'll start putting things back together again. For all the price this brake cylinder would be, it's probably worth just replacing it, but we're gonna try and clean it up here and see what's going on. You can see there, it's pretty disgusting, but how bad is the seal? That actually is very, very usable, that seal, that side. So what's the other side like? Put that on the chassis there and then lose it. There we go. Pop this one out. And that seal has a few score marks on it, I must admit. It's the board like, oh god. Okay, well I find that piston, it was sitting on top of the shock hanger, so I've got these wire brushes for the drill. I'm just going to give us a wee clean up inside there. And then we'll give a wee blast with some brake cleaner. Give them we clean up too, so it did. Should probably pop the boots back on them too while I'm here. We'll just work what we'll have for now. See if we can get an MOT in this here, and then we'll start doing the on the road upgrades, where you just progressively make it better and better while it's on the road, instead of spending all the money at once. So that's the worst of that cleaned up. I'm gonna go and clean it with a flat wheel, but I don't want to get any grind splatter on the lens again. Right, let's start reassembling then. Thankfully I didn't have to take this apart, so I should be able to set that back in again. Same way I took it out, hopefully. And then the spring from the bottom is here. So I'll put that around there. Put it around that one. Put this side in first. Don't know what you can actually see here, but put that side in first. And then stretch that spring and put that side in there. There we go. And then that side in, that side in, and then the hardware. So I'm gonna go give this a wee clean up in the wire wheel just to make myself feel a bit better about the unit. Okay, we're back again. These are all cleaned up now. What I am gonna do is swap around the one that sits underneath it. So basically it sits like that there. And then this one here had the tension of the spring the whole time with that thing sitting in it. So I'm gonna use this side here that hasn't, and hopefully they'll last a bit longer. That one, and put that in there like that. Put the spring on, and then hopefully I can get enough tension on this. I happen to shoot anything off into the shed. There you go, one done. There we go. That wasn't too painful, was it? It's a lot nicer when this whole assembly doesn't fall apart on you. This is where I go to release the bleed nipple from that cylinder and it snaps off. But for the most part, that is rebuilt. We're definitely freed off anyway. I'll just give this a wee quick hit with some brake cleaner as well over here. I suppose we'll just use the nut gun to take those bolts out. It doesn't want to go back on again because the tension of the handbrake on it, but not really sure where I put the dead blow, so I'll have to use this. So the only thing we have to worry about now is if that cylinder leaks, but if that cylinder leaks, it's really easy to replace. We've freed everything else now, and we know everything else is good in there. So I'm just going to free up any loose rust around that bleed nipple. Might help a wee bit, I don't know. Looks like it might be a 10. It is indeed. Okay, so does it... Oh. There we go. Wasn't expecting that to come off so easily. I'm just going to wire wheel that quickly before all that fluid comes out. There we go, well, at least we know it's sort of done. I need to get someone to give me a hand bleeding the brakes, but for now that's pretty good. Unless I could pop it myself and then pin it. Right, I'll do that there, 2 seconds. There's no brake there at the minute, but So we have brakes now. That's the pressure off now. If I can turn it, I wonder if I can take it back off again and see if it's leaking. Well, it's not leaking just yet. So there's the drum off again. It doesn't appear to be leaking for now. So that's one side sorted. Happy days. Right, I'm gonna go to the other side and see if there's anything horrible over there. Okay, on to the passenger side then. This side is actually seized harder than the other side was. How this thing was even moving, I didn't know. It was pure horsepower turning the wheels. Right. Again, it all looks acceptable. Alright, so I'm going to pretty much do the exact same thing I did on the other side and this side, and hopefully it'll be mint. Cool! Pretty much the same idea on this side. Both pistons are seized solid, so we'll get these freed up and hopefully it'll be sweet. So I feel like this is actually pretty successful, to be honest with you. We have two freely turning hubs. This is weird, I've never seen this before. So usually you have a splitter valve in the middle and it tees out to each cylinder, but this doesn't. It comes, a pipe comes here into the back of this cylinder, then out of this cylinder into the other one, so you bleed the whole axle through that bleed nipple on the other side. So yeah, that works. The handbrake works too, and it's pretty good. Probably will take the hubs off and give them a wee paint. Maybe paint them black or something just to freshen it up. Maybe do it on the car. Well, I wonder how the rust converter's doing. Let's see. Okay, so it definitely looks blacker under here. Still not fully dry yet, obviously, but pretty much it's gonna do. Probably not gonna be perfect. Well, it's not gonna be perfect, but it's definitely gonna be better than it was. So when that dries, we'll put some red oxide on it, and then when that dries, we'll put some seam sealer on the bits that need seam sealer, then we can stone chip it and hide everything. But yeah, progress is progress. What do I do now? Well, I'm waiting for that to dry. Suppose we're going to have to do some filler work around these rear pockets and that sill, but at least the brakes are done. Probably should check the lines. I know the back around here is copper, but the feed to that will be probably still be the mild steel, so I'll get that a check over. Hello. So it's now been about 3 hours since, maybe 4 hours since I painted this on, and it all seems to be quite nice and black and not rusty anymore. So I'm gonna start red oxiding this here. I'm pretty happy with that there. It is what it is. Like, it's still kind of crusty, but it is still solid. So we're gonna live with it, and I'm gonna start red oxiding it now. Well, I didn't record this because it was an absolutely horrible job trying to do, but I have the underside all stone chipped now. I used these 3 stone chips. It's really good to mix them in it. That's all I had. They were on the shelf for a long time, so I just want to get rid of them. So there's those 3 litres on the car. Pretty serious. It does look good though. It's patchy. It's the best I could do really with it on axle stand, but that's the wheel arch. I did just go to town and thin down the last bits and do the rear axle and everything. Anything I could get my hands on, to be honest with you, or anything I nozzle that. But you can see there is some areas that I couldn't get done, but the majority of it is done, and it does look quite good. Even did the exhaust in some bits apparently. And then, so you can see there's pots there that I couldn't get. Oh, I missed. I might just come at these with a rattle can and just fill the coloured bits in. I didn't even weld that bit up still. But all inside here is done, and all under here. See, there's bits that aren't done, but I'll get it on a lift and get the rest of the bits at a later stage, but majority is done. Like, and then this wheel arch here is all done as well. Definitely makes it look a lot tidier than loads of red oxide everywhere. So now I'm going to get the rear wheels back on again, get it spun around, and then we'll start on the front end. So we now have it jacked up. I didn't realise it was sitting at such an angle, but it's probably with a stand or sitting. We're not worried about it. Right, so what do we got to look forward to here then? Probably could have brought the light over, but here looks kind of crusty, so we're going to have to investigate that. There, I can actually see a hole here. We'll just delete all this crap and get rid of these because they're shade looking. Here looks questionable. The brakes are stuck. This pipe is leaking. Rust holes. Rust hole. So this here, it has been repaired before. You can see this, look, there's a weld there, there's a weld there. And it's rusted through again. So we've got that to play with. I have taken the bumper off, by the way. It was only held on with 2 bolts. There's a hole there as well. So we can fix that as well when we're doing this. I'm going to try and do these repairs here without having to remove this. Because to remove this, you have to remove the bolts up here. And I don't want to break them. So I'm going to try and work around them. I have this one here for the headlight jet. It was broken. That one there is still there. So I've got some rubber grommets, so I'm going to try and just bung them and pretend it didn't exist. And then over this side here, pretty much the same thing as that side. The actual strengthening of the cab mount's good. It's just the outer skin has rotted out. So we can repair that. And then in this wheel arch, we have a stuck brake. Brake line doesn't look too bad on this side, because I don't really want to change that one. Oh, I don't mind changing it. It's just the fact I think it goes right around the engine bay. That'll be a real handling. So we'll clean it up and see what it looks like. This side here actually looks a lot better condition than the other side. I said we'll get rid of this crap here. This here, I'm thinking if I drill a hole, maybe drill a hole here, the hole saw, and just make that like a feature. This has, listen, welds there, so this has been repaired before as well. It's rusted through, and that's pretty much it. The brake discs have a bit of a lip on them. They'll probably flat wheeled back, that lip, and then we'll just free everything up, see how we get on. So I'm going to work at this now. I think I'll do this first because that'll make it look nicer, make it look like I've done something. And then we will work, probably start on this side, work our way over. Because we have to finish up over there on the bodywork with the repair on the wing as well. So yeah, I'm going to start cutting things. I've just been crafting away, getting all this rot cut out, and this is what it looks like then. So this is the driver's side. It is probably the worst. I have this all in the weld through primer. I've got this all trimmed back around here. This here is an easy patch here, but inside there is rotten, like all up. I can't get my hand into it really. Yeah, in there, right? But I do have to take the radiator out, so I might be able to repair that when it has the radiator out. So I'm just going to patch this outside bit for now on that side because, well, that's all I can do really. And over this side isn't too bad. I've got this sorted. There's a bit of life left in this engine, this cab mount yet. I'm going to plate this all up with 1.5mm, and we should have a good few years left in it. And then around here, we just trimmed that up, just to tidy it up a wee bit. What else did I do? Around the other side. Oh. I just trimmed this a wee bit just to tidy it up because there's a wee bit of, it was all starting to flake off around here, so I trimmed that. Around here, this is just all trimmed ready for the patching, and then I haven't done anything over here yet. I did take the mud flaps off. What else did I find? Oh, I found this here. Oops. On the pitman arm. I'll see if I can put you on the stand for this. Right. So this is a pitman arm here, and you can see I can move it with my hands. So I'd say the bushings are shagged inside that there. We'll take it out and see what it looks like. I might be able to put a wee sleeve or something in it, but I'm probably going to have to replace the whole linkage. It's a shame because it's all good on this side and everything, it's just that bushing. But yeah, that's what we're going to do here. Clean a wee bit of the brake line up. I haven't got the back yet, but from what I have cleaned up, it looks quite good. And yeah, so next up is start the patches, I suppose. Okay, so it's the next day now, and I'm feeling a lot more chipper today, feeling back to my normal self. It's my birthday, so I've taken the day off work, and I'm going to do some Pajero work. I was planning to start a wee bit earlier than it is now. It's actually 10 to 10. I was planning to start at 9. But that's the way it goes. An awful long distance to travel to get to this place. Like, there's the house right there. So, plan for today is I'm going to pull this radiator out first of all. I got the coolant drained last night. Well, I say coolant, it's basically rusty water. We have, you see into the RAS, you can look in there, you can see it's all gungy. It's all like rusty water stained. So I'm going to pull the rod out. So I can get into the back of that area where it needs repaired, so we can cut it out and do all that sweet stuff, and then we can start making repair panels. I can fix my radiator too when it's out, and hopefully I'm not going to cover myself in ATF oil because there's an ATF cooler at the bottom of this as well. So I'm going to just tinker away at that there stuff because I can't really film it, like, really, unless I set you up there and talk to you for half an hour, but you probably don't want that. So I'm going to pull the radiator out. It's only like a few bolts down each side. Need to take the cowl off, and then this, and then we'll be flying. Some hoses. Right, let's do this. It took a wee bit of time getting that radiator out, but I'll have it out now. It's actually not in too bad a shape. Like, the inside's nearly perfect. Main issue is around here. There's a wee bit of corrosion around here, but I think that if I clean this up, it's probably still got plenty of life in it yet. So I think I'm going to run that for the time being. We'll give it a good clean out, get all that rusty goo slime out of it, and it'll be grand. We'll do a wee repair right here. This looks like it's mild steel, so I might be able to take it up. I'm not 100% sure yet. And then on the inside here, the reason we took it out in the first place, you can see, first of all, there's a nest in there. So I gotta pull that out, and then you can see, don't know if you can see it now, I'll go from the bottom. So on the inside then, this here is the reason we're taking it out, as well as the leak. So we have, I don't know how I'm going to repair that just yet, but we're going to have to do something. There's also a big nest here, so I'm going to get a glove and pull that out, and we'll get started working. So I have this plated on the inside, you can see here, and then I've made it, I don't know if you can see up in there, it's all seam welded. So I say it's not pretty, but it's welded up, and I'll put some seam seal over it and it'll be mint. Next up, I'm going to start closing this in now. Thankfully we have that done, and we can move on to something else because that was grim. So I'm going to make this section in 3 bits. I'm going to break one here, and then we'll finish off with the inside one. But I have this now, so we have a few spot weld holes in it. We have a wee angle at the end. And it's going to sit in there like that. And then I'm going to seam weld around it, plug weld them plugs, and we'll have half it done. This bit here will just be a second wee bit, and then we'll do the inside. Oh yeah. Well, that's that welded now. It was kind of hard to get up here, but we have a seam all along it. Spot welds worked well. So next up, I'm going to do this bit here, and we'll fill the back in. And I have both of these done. So this is the inside of the passenger. This is the outside of the passenger one. And then you've already seen this one here. So now I'm going to move my attention on to this wing, because the day is getting away from me and I haven't really got a whole lot done really. So this here is going to be a pretty handy one. Just need to take this arch off and we can get started. I wanted to drill the rivets out of this arch and they all seem pretty loose now. That's a bit weird. So anyway, I got it off, and I don't know why I'm surprised by this, but look at the state of this. She is rotten. But we have a fix for that. We'll just do the same thing we did in the back. Weld a couple of tabs on to hold that arch extension on again. But I'm gonna just pretend this isn't like this for now, and we'll work on this, because this is the main reason we have the wing off, the arch off in the first place. So yeah, don't judge me in this wee repair here, but I just did a wee cheeky repair on that there, just so it doesn't snap. And then we've made this, so this here is going to go, I like this bit here, it's just going to go in there like that, right? So I'm going to get that welded in now, and then I think I need to bend it down a wee hair like that, and then we'll maybe, I don't know if we're going to do it here, can't decide if I'm going to try and bend this bit here or cut it and then weld a new bit in, but we're getting there. There we are. I'm going to bolt that on like that, and that'll be that done. What I was thinking is I can't do the tab thing I did on the backs, but on this side you can see there's this arch trim, and I could probably rip that into them trims and that would hold it in. I don't think, I don't know yet. I might make the trim the wee brackets, but for now I'm going to leave that and move on to another job, because I want to just try and get some big jobs done. Then L brackets can be done at a later stage. Underneath here then we have this hole in the floor we're going to fix now. Pardon me. And not really a big job, just going to cut it and patch it up, and then I'll have a look up here as well. Well, this took quite a turn as well. So I've got this massive area to fill, so just wanted to show you that before I made the patch. Happy days. I actually think we have finished all the welding, and these are the last two patches I have just done. Feels good. So something else may pop up, something small, but I think we've done the majority of the big stuff anyway. So I think I'm gonna call it quits. That is me for this time. So thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe. I'll see you again in the next one, where I think we're going to almost start the mechanicals. Happy days.